Alright, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to The King's Speech. So we're going to get caught up with some Shonen Jump stuff today. So we're 2 chapters behind on Akane. I thought I was only 1 behind. We're 2 chapters behind on Akane-Banashi, so we're going to get caught up on that. We'll also get caught up with the latest chapter of Kaiju number 8. Looks like Spy Family is still on break for another 2 weeks at least. I assume this is because the anime is coming out for the fall season for its 2nd season. So I assume there's like some behind the scenes stuff happening with that with Endo-san. Which is why there's been the break and delay, but that's not a big deal. But yeah, so we'll get back to read-throughs next week sometime, probably for Thanksgiving weekend here. The Thanksgiving weekend break, because I'm Canadian, we have our Thanksgiving in October, unlike the Americans who have it in November. So we'll get back to it around with the read-throughs then, mostly because it is seasonal depression month. This is when SAD starts kicking in. So I'm trying to be more aware of like my moods and like my energy levels and stuff this time around, so I don't burn myself out as badly as I have in the past. So yeah, we're going to stagger it a little bit, but still be getting a lot of stuff, good stuff coming your way the next couple of weeks, especially with spooky season here. So as always, if you like my content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really does help me out a lot. It does really mean a lot to me. But without further ado, let's get into it with Akane-Banashi, Story 79, The Man Who Will Be Your Guidepost, with story by Yuki Suenaga, art by Takamasa Moe, and Rakugo supervision by Keiki Hayashiya, with translation by Stephen Paul, and lettering by Snare Aron. Sorry, oh God, I cannot for the life of me remember what the hell, not the Karashi, the other, like the pompadour looking guy, what his name is. Give me a second here. Where are you, Mr. Pompadour? Asagao. Alright. So you have oh, you're here, Karashi! He's like, of course I am. You told me to show up, you dolt. I'm talking to you too, Asagao, Ani-san. And I do translation? Yeah, translation Stephen Paul, lettering by Snare Aron. He's like, what's with that message you sent me? And Akane and Asagawa are just standing and like laughing. We're like, yeah, look at him, Ani-san. He's so curious, he can hardly stand it. It's like, it's like, chill out, kid. Karashi's getting all mad. He's like, I'm leaving. He's like, hey, whoa, hang on, man. And Akane's like, we're just joking with you. It's like, well then, what is it? So before we get to that, a brief announcement. It has just been decided that I, Asagao Konjakute, will be promoted to the rank of Futatsume. He puts a little banner and he's like, Asagao Furatsume promotion with the dun 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 dun, and Akane just like throwing some confetti. He's like, hop hip, hooray! There's some really great expressions in this chapter, and Karashi's like, congratulations. And just like staring at him and like, what kind of reaction is that? Don't no-sell my setup. A real comedian wouldn't ignore a good prompt. And Akane's like, yeah, don't be salty, Karashi. No salty. And he's like, look, you can't lure me in with such obvious bait and expect genuine shock out of me. And he's like, so much for my surprise. And Akane's like, so you're saying you knew about his promotion and chose to come anyway? And she's doing like, shucks, that's really sweet of you, Karashi. And she's just like, he just can't admit when he actually cares about someone. And he's like, oh, they're so annoying. He's like, I can't even with these people. And you have heads ups, and then, God, who the hell was the big guy's name? Sorry, give me a second, let me try. I don't think it was Hakushu. Was it Hakushu? Oh no, it's Unun Kenpote. Yeah, Unun's like, heads up, you're almost on, Akane. He's like, yes sir, I'll be right. And she was like, with a whoops, she trips with a whack and smacks her face. And he's like, yeah, you klutz. He's like, it's not what you think. And she's like, I'm studying traditional dance right now, so. And you have with Urara's other apprentice going, if you want to learn how to express the sensuous nature of femininity in Rakugo, knowledge of Japanese dance will help. And you have Mayura Ransaika, instructor of the Fujihana School of Traditional Dance. And you see as it kind of like trying to do the pose, like the little fan, she's just like shaking. It's like, so will you take it seriously already? He's like, I am, I'm trying, I swear. As we are just like, and she's like, every muscle in my body's aching right now. And he's like, your point? Get moving already. He's like, I don't take orders from you. And you have with the banner saying Akane Arakawa. And as she's doing her performance, you have one mail store comes swooping in. And you see Karashi is watching. You have Onan going, it's hard to believe she was feuding with Ria and Anisan not long ago. Did you hear? People are saying it's much easier to go on after Akane now. She's a great crowd warmer. He's like, you don't say. It's like the buzz around her selection round performance last month has been very positive. She's learned to be much softer and more flexible on stage. Not to mention, I think it's supposed to say not to mention, and what it says no to mention. Not to mention she's rapidly expanding her repertoire. She seems primed to have a breakout moment soon. And you see Karashi thinking back to when she was watching like the performance on his little phone, and having the winner is Hikaru Arakawa. He's like, should have won then. He's just like muttering. And Onun's like, huh? It's like talking to myself. It's like, you don't want to see anymore? It's like, nah, I'm here for something else. When you have a Doduma, if someone's playing on or beating a beat on the drum. And Asagawa's like, whoa, you can even play the taiko drum now, huh? It's like, yeah, I'm still practicing though. It's like, well, you're good enough already. It's like dances, taiko drums, repertoire. You're gunning for that Futatsume rank. You see Futatsume promotion list, Rakugo 50 stories, Kodan storytelling, song and dance, and taiko drums. And he just pulls out his little promotion for us, like, just like me! He's like, yes, it's true, but the problem is, it's like, I see what you mean. The main thing stopping you from moving up to Futatsume is getting a recommendation from one of the Arakawa Arch 4. And you have a Shiguma with can't recommend my own pupil, Iken with the results of the selection round, and then Zensho with I hate Shiguma, hate his pupils, and hate you. Yeah, Master Zensho's reason, though, it's kind of messed up, huh? And you have a little guy with like the little top braid going, my master, don't even bother asking. And it's like, so the only one I can get a recommendation from is, it's like the youngest member to gain a position among the Arch 4, Taizen Arakawa the Furious. From what I hear, the Arch 4 can decide to extend a recommendation at any time, not just at the Rensaikai. And he thinks back to it can be like, he's good enough for the Futatsume. It's like, but Master Taizen's a lone wolf, so you won't get anywhere waiting for him. She's like, right. It's like, what about the Rensaikai? It's like, they rotate, so he won't be a judge for another 3 years. It's like, in that case, you'll just have to, it's like, I want to become a Futatsume as soon as I possibly can. It's like, I have people I need to catch up to, rivals to beat. And a wish I want granted, she just imagines Isho with his finger steepled. It's like, I can't stand around jogging in place. It's like, waiting around for 3 years for my next chance isn't an option for me. If it won't come to me, I'll seize it my own way. And Asagawa's like, but you don't have any way to do that. It's like, exactly! You got any Inzani-san? She's like, why you? And he's like, now this isn't what it looks like, but it's like, I found this while I was cleaning Master's home this morning. I thought you might like to have it. That's him, right? The one you were asking Master Hasho about recently, and you see a little performance flyer with her father's thing on it with Shinta Arakawa and something Cho Kanjakute. So I was kind of shocked, though, on that same flyer, you have the Futatsume Musketeers. Oh, shit. And you see, so Chosi Tai. So you have Chocho Kanjakute, and you have Shinta Arakawa, and then you have Taizen Arakawa on there as well. And she's like, Master Taizen and Dad? And it says this is the 7th one of these? And she's like, is this? It's like, don't ask me, I don't know anything about it. But there is one person I can put you in touch with. Perfect timing, right? You can ask him all about Master Taizen. Today's closer is... Well, yeah, within the Rakugo Federation, he advanced past 21 of his seniors to rise to the rank of Shinichi, and was the youngest ever to become an exalted Okanban. And he goes, and you have, this is a big forehead master, Enso, telling Karashi, Goriya Sakatai, little ant, he is the man who will be your guidepost. And you have Chocho Kanjakute. So Kanjakute, and you see this guy like this feral like shark grin, like these spiky teeth, like this spiked hair, wearing like this flowery Hawaiian looking shirt. Looks like very gangsterish. So yeah, I guess quick thoughts on this chapter before we go on to other stuff. So I think it's good. I think I can now say like we're kind of back to back to basics with Akane, so to speak. Like, I feel like, after the last Blooded chapter, I feel like because it's focused so much on the results of the Rensaikai, like Akane having lost and everything, I feel like that was kind of dampening the mood and the spirit of the last couple of chapters. But now they're kind of finally progressing past that, are kind of like back to basics, with Akane acting like her usual self, like all the comedy gimmicks, everything else. Really, really enjoyed this chapter a lot. I really love like the whole like the camaraderie friendship between Asagao and Akane, who are just like both riling on Karashi as much as they can, just like a bunch of little kids. So really, really love that kind of little friendship between them as comrades and peers. That was really, really good. Again, kind of get like that we're getting like more depth and like knowledge about like Rakugo and like how like absolute like how much goes into Rakugo. Like it's not just like learning how to tell a story. You have to master like all these other arts. You have to master taiko drums. You have to master Japanese dancing. You have to master all these other art forms to kind of be able to incorporate it into your storytelling and improve your performances. So it really kind of gets a sense of like how much exertion and like how demanding of a career it actually is. So really appreciate it's kind of like helping to put like the respect on Rakugo's name, being like there's a lot of effort and work that goes into becoming a Rakugo. It's not like an easy path to follow. So really really like those moments. Yeah, apart from that, again, it's just like I wish we got to see. I wish there wasn't like these kind of like little mini time skips where we kind of just hear about like how much better Akane is getting. Like like oh she's expanded her repertoire, she's getting better at performances, blah blah blah. Like I wish like we got to see more of that rather than just kind of being like exposited at and being told like yeah Akane's getting so much better. She's performed like you've improved in these grades. Because it almost feels like a parent-teacher conference where it's like, oh yeah, Akane was really great this year. Her math score improved by this much. She's getting better at biology, this and that and that. Like it feels like we're reading off a report card, which is like, all right, it's nice to get a little good summary, but I kind of want to see more of this rather than just being told, like that they're doing really exceptionally well. That aside, though, I really am curious to see who this the new master guy is going to be, and how it's going to be, and how Akane's going to kind of try to get on his good side, along with who this other Shinichi performer guy is going to be, like what his personality and stuff is going to be like. So I think that's going to be really interesting. But yeah, the hype is back for Akane, so I'm really, really looking forward to the next chapter. So like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, as always, if you do like this content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I mentioned, I'll try to get back to read-throughs next weekend because it's a long weekend. I want to kind of try to pace myself better this time around. So I don't burn myself out quite as badly as I have done in the past. So hopefully this time it'll be a little bit easier to be consistent with doing the videos and uploading them, recording them compared to past winter stuff like that. Like I also mentioned, look forward to both chapters of Akane and Kaiju dropping today. And until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.